Every once in a while, a car comes along that feels like it's been designed to answer exactly what the market's been asking for. And that's exactly the vibe I'm getting from Rivian's upcoming 2026 R2. This is the brand's smaller, more affordable all-wheel drive SUV, and it's shaping up to be one of the most exciting EVs we'll see in the next couple of years. Now, if you've been following Rivian, you already know about their R1S and R1T, the big SUV, and the pickup truck that kind of set the tone for Rivian as a company. They're rugged, adventurous, packed with tech, and really made a splash in the EV world. But let's be real, they're not exactly cheap. That's where the R2 comes in. Rivian is aiming to keep all of that adventurous DNA, but shrink it down into something more approachable, both in size and in price. From what we've seen so far, the design is pure Rivian. It has that familiar front end with the signature oval headlights that almost look like glowing eyes at night, but the whole body feels a bit more compact, a little tighter, and definitely easier to picture in a city setting. At the same time, it doesn't lose that outdoorsy character. The R2 is still very much a Rivian. It looks like it's begging you to take it down a trail, through some mud, or up into the mountains for a weekend getaway. And speaking of adventure, let's talk about the powertrain. This thing is expected to deliver around a 300-mile range, which is kind of the sweet spot for an EV right now. Not too little, not overkill, just right. And since it's all-wheel drive, you're getting that confidence no matter what the weather throws at you. Snow, rain, dirt, gravel. This is a vehicle designed for people who don't just commute, they explore. Rivian has always leaned into that idea that electric cars don't have to be boring city commuters, and the R2 continues that philosophy. Inside, it looks like Rivian is refining what worked in the R1 models, but making it a bit more streamlined and practical. Expect clean lines, lots of natural textures, and Rivian's trademark focus on comfort mixed with durability. This isn't going to be some luxury showpiece where you're scared to get sand on the mats. It's an SUV you'll actually want to throw your gear into after a hike or load up with friends for a road trip. And yes, it's still going to have all the tech you'd expect. Big screens, seamless software, over-the-air updates. The stuff that keeps the car feeling fresh even years after you buy it. Now, the real game changer here is pricing. Rivian has been clear that the R2 is meant to be a more affordable entry point into their lineup. While exact numbers are still under wraps, the expectation is that it's going to come in well below the R1S, which starts at over 70 grand. If Rivian can bring the R2 into that $40,000 to $50,000 range, suddenly you've got a serious competitor in the EV SUV space. That's Tesla Model Y territory, Ford Mustang Mach-E territory, but with Rivian's unique adventurous twist. And when you compare it to past Rivian models, the R2 almost feels like the missing puzzle piece. The R1S and R1T established the brand, proving Rivian could build serious, capable electric vehicles. But the R2 is where they make their case to the everyday buyer who wants something practical yet exciting, futuristic yet approachable. It's not just a niche adventure rig anymore. It's the Rivian for everyone. What excites me most, honestly, is that Rivian isn't dumbing anything down here. They're not stripping away what makes their cars cool just to hit a lower price point. They're keeping the off-road chops, keeping the style, keeping the electric performance, but packaging it in a way that more people can actually get their hands on. And that's how you start shifting the market. So, as we get closer to 2026, the Rivian R2 is going to be a model to watch. Smaller, more affordable, all-wheel drive, a very solid range, and designed to handle both the daily grind and the weekend adventure. If Rivian delivers on all these promises, the R2 might just be the EV SUV that pushes a lot of people to finally make the switch to electric. And honestly, I can't wait to see these out on the road. If you're as excited about the R2 as I am, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment down below with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future updates. We've got plenty more EV news and deep dives coming your way.